We're talking about applying the major pentatonic scale to different chords, and we'll talk about applying the pentatonic scale, which is scale degrees 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. That major pentatonic scale applied to a major 7th chord. So you might see a major 7th chord with a chord symbol that looks like this, the root of the chord, in this case C major 7, or you might see the root of the chord C triangle 7. Those both indicate major 7th chords, and they sound like this. The major 7th chord is just a stack of thirds starting on the scale degree 1 of a major scale. You also might see some extensions on major 7th chords, such as C major 9 or C major 13. You also might see some alterations like C major 7 or C major 9 or C major 13 with a sharp 11. Those were all major 7, sharp 11 chords. So anytime we see one of those chords, we can play a few different pentatonic scales over the top of them if we're improvising. The most straightforward one would be to play the pentatonic scale starting on the root of the chord. But you can also apply a couple of other ones. One is a pentatonic scale beginning on a fifth from the root of the chord. So if you see a C major 7, you would play G pentatonic. You also can apply a pentatonic scale up a whole step from the root of the chord. So in the case of a C major 7th chord, you would play a D pentatonic scale. This scale gives you the sharp 11 sound if you go up a whole step and play that pentatonic scale. I'll put it in the context of a 2-5-1 chord progression, one of the most common chord progressions in jazz. So we have the 2 chord, the 5-7 chord, and the 1 chord, and we'll do 1 bar of 2, 1 bar of 5, 2 bars of the 1 chord, the major 7th chord, and I'll apply each of those major scales or pentatonic scales one after the other. So again, just some 2-5-1 examples applying this. I will start with pentatonic scale starting on the root of the chord, of the 1 chord. So we'll have G minor 7, C7, F major 7 for 2 bars. Now let's try the pentatonic scale up a fifth from the root of the chord. Okay, and then finally that pentatonic scale up a whole step from the root of the chord to give you that sharp 11 sound. So there you have it. Practice those pentatonic scales and different patterns within using that collection of notes, and then you can apply them to different types of chords. In this case, we were applying the pentatonic scale to a major seventh chord, either the pentatonic scale of the root of that chord, of the fifth of that chord, or up a whole step from the root of that chord.